Please listen as you are blessed. Did you know? Did you know Nigeria is Africa's most populous country and the 7th most populous country in the world? With an estimated population of above 190 million, 1 in every 5 Africans is a Nigerian. Did you know fewer than 120 million Nigerians are now living below poverty level as global poor hits 1 billion mark? Did you know in every minute of every day, at least 4 children die of poverty-related issues? 4. That is, before I put a full stop to my next sentence, a child just had a full stop. And it will be a full stop not to realize there is enough food stuff for everyone, but not everyone has enough food. Food for thought. And yet we sleep comfortably knowing someone out there doesn't have dreams. Because if the hunger doesn't kill as they drift off, they wake from this nightmare to starve till they drift off. Carbohydrate becomes the balanced diet as they ingest carbon and hydrate with unclean water with no shelter. Pollution becomes their sanitation. No wonder they decay with a half-life expectancy as they waste. So it's farewell to their welfare. An education that should be primary and principal becomes elementary and kind of gotten from the school we call public, as they are kind of taught. But how can they think when their kind of assignment is always problems, plights, and predicament? How can these kids learn when their backpack is not packed back and their lunchbox is not boxed with lunch and there is no ground to play even in this playground and no one cared for a day to make a daycare and there is no classroom that is a room for a class and there is no classroom that is for a room for a class and no one cared for a day to make a daycare, as lessons are lessened in their homework because they go home to work to parents who cannot pay rent, and hardship becomes their teacher as they are tested with world problems in mass, a set divider, a malpractice that will make them not to compass, so they degrade from this faculty of illiteracy. No wonder 10.5 billion kids, which translates to 1 out of every 5 Nigerian children, are out of school. You see, they are just like us. They have genes just without hygiene. Being well without having well-being. Healthcare with no care to health is like being patient, being a patient. The stress from distress, the stress from distress, the pressure from depression, frustration. No wonder poverty drives crime rate high and the government that should govern are busy with politics. All I see is polls and tricks and expense on parties to aid corruption and not a single pence to aid our core from rupturing. Politicians. People of little interest towards individual concern in any nation. How do a commoner come back from an outcome that is no income? What do we become? The effect of defect, as we have the ability to stop disability and we have the ease to stop disease and we have the comfort to stop discomfort and we have the composure to stop discomposure. Let us awake from this wake to realize people are mourning in the morning and after till afternoon, even in the evening. Poverty is not a condition, it's a situation. I have seen what poverty can do to people. I have seen what people can do to poverty. Let us make poverty history. Thank you.